Hello everyone, Trophy Wine Hunter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of the 2018 Maison Leroy Bourgogne Blanc. In previous videos, I have reviewed the 1998 version of this same wine, so I thought it would be a really interesting thing to do a review of a younger version of that wine and just compare and contrast my notes. I've previously done videos on the 2005 Pommard, and in that video I went through the history of the Leroy wines, so you can go to that video for more history. I'll have that at the end of this video along with my review of the 1998 version of this wine. Just a little bit about Leroy. It's one of the most iconic producers in Burgundy. Madame Leroy was involved in the early days with Domaine Romanee Conti, and because of some differences of opinion, she went and started her own winery. Arguably, Leroy wines are just as good as Domaine Romanee Conti wines, and this really goes to the fact that even though Burgundy has different hierarchy of quality, sometimes that's a generality, and wines like wines from Leroy usurp that, and they don't work the same way. So as an example, this is just a regular Bourgogne wine, which is the lowest level of Burgundy wines, but it is arguably better in terms of quality than a lot of Premier Cru wines and maybe even some Grand Cru wines. And the price also reflects that. The price of these wines are at the level of most Premier Cru wines. And the wines are just incredible in terms of the ageability. As you can see from my 1998 review, it was still going quite strong. But I just thought it was really neat to try a new wine, knowing that this wine can age for a long time. I have a lot of confidence in this wine now, and I do try to buy this regularly. It's a great wine to drink for everyday wine if you can afford it. But what I mean by that is that it doesn't really need to be protected for a special occasion. It is really a food wine that drinks well. For instance, last night we had it with spot prawns. It is spot prawn season here in Vancouver, and we had it with spot prawns, with some garlic bread, some corn, and it was great. And it doesn't need to be protected. It's not a finicky wine. It's really a good wine that doesn't need to, it's not overly pretentious, and that's kind of what I wanted to say. So let's try and taste this wine. I'll let you know that I did have it last night, as you know, and so this is the second day. It is a younger version, 2018. This I think I bought about 3 years ago. If you look back at my video, the 1998 tasting of that, which was 3 years ago, that's when I first bought this wine at retail, and now I'm going to drink it and review it. On the smell, it's got such freshness compared to the 1998. It's got a lot of tropical fruit, peaches, pineapples, really jumps out at you right away. A lot of freshness, some honey, maybe some floral components, really fresh, like almost like a springtime fresh. So really a little bit different feel than 1998, which was a little bit more kind of creme caramel oaky. On the taste, great body. This wine's got a lot of heaviness, great with food. It's what I like about it is, again, it's that tropical fruit component to it without being citrusy, overly citrusy. A lot of Chardonnays when they're young are very citrusy, like lemon, lime kind of components. This has more like peach and honey and a little bit of toasted oak, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of butteriness. So not as acidic, and I think that has something to do with just the quality of the grapes, the ripeness, and also the heaviness. And it's got great body, a little bit of almost slightly oily, but really intense flavor and a deep flavor. It's not dilute, and so normally a lot of wines especially Burgundies, from my perspective, when they're young, they are kind of just a little bit light and they need time to kind of firm up and to build that intensity. This wine is already at that level. It's still effervescent and very light on the palate, but it's got that good body. I would say that acidity is kind of not high. It's kind of medium acidity, which is good, but it's still very fresh and fragrant in the mouth. I can't remember what I actually rated the 1998 version. I know I enjoyed it very much. I'm going to rate this 92 points. I know just when drinking it, we drank it the whole night. We really loved it, myself and my friends. And just comparing and contrasting this wine with 1998, that one had a little bit more kind of, with the age, it got a little bit more oaky, vanilla, buttery. They didn't have as much fruit. It was almost like white flowers, acacia, not as much fruit. This actually has a lot more fruit component and not as much oak. It does have a little bit of oak and a little bit of butteriness, but it's very slight at the end. I think with age will develop more, but right now it's got that beautiful tropical fruit, which I didn't see in the 1998 as much. Tropical fruits, some honey elements, and some lightness. But both wines, they're marked by their good intensity of flavors, and also they're not too acidic. I would say they're both medium acidity, and their body is medium to medium plus. And that heaviness of the body and the intensity of the flavors is, I think, what's striking with this wine that makes it so good. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking.